What's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. So yesterday we came on a massive comeback. It was 8 wins and 2 losses. Unfortunately, this does happen where I gave away 2 free picks, and both of those picks lost. And those were the only 2 that I had on the board that lost yesterday. All the other 8 winners were in the VIP. Sometimes it's reversed where the VIP loses and the free picks win, but it is what it is. I'm going to show you all the receipts so you can see what happened. Also, I'm going to give you guys at least a minimum of 4 plays in this video. Just so you know, I did skip about 2 to 3 plays. I placed them myself and I can't cash out, but I'm going to show you why I'm cashing out and exactly why the loss that happened yesterday with the Cubs and the Dodgers could have been avoided later in the day when I saw something that came up. So let me show you what the hell I'm talking about. But again, stay tuned. I'm going to give you guys at least 4 picks in this video. And of course, the haters are going to come out just like yesterday. Even before the Dodgers lost, they were saying, hey, you lost. So yes, thank you, Captain Obvious. I'm going to show you guys, again, at least 4 plays. Let me show you the receipts first, and I'll get right into the picks. So this one I took based on the same line movement that I'm going to be talking about. I took the Tigers at a +1.5. If you're in VIP and you did not get some of these plays that I'm showing, is because I'm still doing some testing and doing some live betting stuff, and as well as catching live movement as it's happening. So that's the reason some of these plays were not posted in the VIP. But anyways, let me show you the Tigers +1.5. We took this one. I did throw out to the VIP, which was the Guardians and the Mets, and then the Brewers and the Pirates, both not to get 2 runs in the first inning. I took this one live. You can see it's the Phillies and the Guardians. The Guardians were down a lot. I think they were down like 5-0 or something like that. So I took the Guardians at a +4.5 live, and then I took the Phillies, which won very easily. I also gave this one away, or actually I put it into the VIP, which was an under no run first inning. I believe was the Pirates game on this one. It doesn't show it here. Then we had this guy to get 1 hit, this guy to get 1 hit. And then again, this is based on the line movement. I took the Rays, the Yankees, and the Phillies as a 3-leg, and that hit as well. Now, something very dumb, you can see right here was already 9 innings, and this guy still had 0 runs. So on some baseless bullshit, he ended up getting a stolen base, and he killed his parlay. But it's just the way it is. Sometimes it happens like that. I pretty much had counted this as a win. And then I even said, if he gets a stolen base in the 9th inning, then it's going to kill it. And sure enough, he just does some bullshit and scores. Or I'm sorry, does a stolen base. All right, so this thing is becoming more and more important. It's the sharp line monitor. Now, this thing is actually auto-refreshing every hour. And what I'm starting to do is I'm actually getting text messages whenever the line movement is actually significant. So again, I'm going to show you the receipts of exactly what happened yesterday. I put this out in the Discord, and it showed me that the Cubs the line was moving in their favor, and the Mets were actually moving in their favor. So towards the closer to the game time, the line started shifting dramatically towards the Cubs and towards the Mets, which was against the 2 plays that I gave away for free. So let me actually just show you that now so you can see what I'm talking about, and then I'll get into that play. So this is what it looks like, okay? I got this text message at 4:06 p.m., and this is military time, so 16:06. And you can see right here, it did say the line was strengthening towards the Mets. And what this means is that it was going in their favor before game time, okay? So then the other one, it said that the Dodgers was actually fading, meaning that it was losing. It was losing momentum, and it was going away from them before game time. So I got these 2 messages, or I'm sorry, 1 message with these 2 signals saying to stay away from the from the Guardians game, and also to stay away from the Dodgers. So again, this was literally right before game time at 4:06 p.m. And I did see it, but I didn't cash out. So this is a very strong signal that I'm going to be paying attention to. And if it does turn out that some of these plays are being reversed, then I'm going to put it out there either on a YouTube short or on the free picks. So make sure you're signed up where it says free picks. The link is in the description. Otherwise, you're not going to get these signals if I'm either cashing out or I'm putting new plays that are popping up as they show up on my text feed. If you want the VIP picks, make sure you check the link in the pinned comments and you'll get the free pick, or I'm sorry, all the VIP picks You get 3 days for free as a trial for the VIP picks. The link is in the pinned comments. Now, one of the first plays I'm giving you guys is the Padres. You can see the line is moving there. The win probability, the deeper research, the OPS is better, and the projected runs is actually slightly better, not much. Actually, this is going in reverse, meaning the Padres are supposed to be going up over 4.5 runs, and the Arizona Diamondbacks are supposed to be going down on the 4.5 runs. If we look closer here, this is the best and worst teams. Now, on the best and worst teams, I'll tell you, it's the third link in the description. You get this page for free. You don't even have to sign up. You don't even have to give your email or anything. It's literally for free, and you just refresh this every day. Let me show you why this is very important. So right here, it's saying the best performing teams in the last 14 days, over 521 games. 83% hit rate for the top team, which is the Astros. So the Astros are number one right now, and they actually came up as a play today, and that's something that I put in, but I couldn't cash out. The reason I wanted to cash out was because the money was so heavy, and I've been talking about this for 2 to 3 days. When the money is that heavy, it's been losing. So just be careful with that. If you take the Astros, pretty much the public is all over this. So 83% hit rate on the Astros, 76% hit rate on the Braves, 76% hit rate on the Boston Red Sox, and then 69% on the Padres. That's the team that we're looking at, the one I'm giving away here. And then the Rays, 69%. On the flip side of that, if you look at the Athletics, they're literally the worst team. I've been talking about this for like 4 or 5 days now. Angels is the second worst. Guardians. So again, this is another signal that I should have paid attention to yesterday, that they were pretty much sucking right now. And another signal that I missed was that the Dodgers were actually on a 4-game losing streak. So they became 5-game losing streak for the Dodgers yesterday. So 2 of those signals was what I missed, and also that line movement towards the closer to game time. So this is very, very important to pay attention to. And right here, you can see the Nationals are pretty sucky right now. And then the Mariners finally showed up as a sucky team as well. So another thing that showed up today was the Mariners, to take a look at them. But this did come up here, so I'm skipping it as well. Now, this is super important as well, is that from the top 10 teams and the worst 10 teams, it looks at the notable matchups. And the reason this is important is it gives you a mismatch. So you can see right there, Tampa Bay Rays are number 5. The Colorado Rockies are number 23. That's a mismatch of 18 rankings. Athletics are literally the worst team. They're going against the Reds, and their Reds are number 6. So this is literally a mismatch of 24 rankings. Pirates are number 24. Brewers are number 10. That's 14. That's a gap of 14. Tigers are number 7, and the Mariners are number 26. And you already saw how bad the Mariners have been doing. Also, the Tigers have a very good pitcher as an ace on the mound today, which affects the Mariners game. Again, those are the reasons I stayed away from the Mariners, even though it did show up as a play today, or as a lean, I should say, not a play. So having said all that, this is very, very important to take a look at. And again, it's free if you go to the third link in the description. All right, so let's get into it, guys. The Padres, I'm going to show you why they're so powerful right now. But let me just show you some of these line movements. Okay, so the Astros, it went dramatic. It went from a 159 to a 215. So when I went to take a look at it, I think I got it at a 205, which is still very high. But again, the public is all over this. And you can see the big dip off right here. So whatever happened here, I'm not going to go do the research right now, but right around 10 a.m., that thing took a massive dip from like 175 all the way to 215. So either the starting pitcher got scratched on the other side on the Blue Jays or something like that. I'm not going to go and do the research there, but this is good to know, and this is what I've been talking about with the line movement. The Phillies, I showed you yesterday that even though they kind of suck right now, the line did move, and they won yesterday. So it went from a 173 to a 184. That's pretty a big line movement, especially for a sorry team. And then the one I just gave you guys is going to be the Padres. You can see the line did shift from 108 to 120. Now, if you don't know how to read line moves, if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, go to my channel and type in line movement, and you'll be able to see the videos that I've created on that. But even if you didn't know how to do any of that and you have access to this tool, which is 7 days for free, the link's in the description for the Sharp Edge, and you get access to the Discord, you don't even need to know how to read this. You literally go to the Sharp Line monitor, scroll all the way to the bottom, and it tells you these are the games that are being moved. So this text message that I'm getting every day is literally coming from this line move snapshot. So you can see everything I just talked about. The Astros moved 56 cents, the Angels, the Reds, the Giants, the Padres, the Guardians, the Phillies, and the Red Sox. So again, literally what I just showed you on the snapshots, it's down here on this sharp line monitor. So again, we start looking at the Astros right here. I would say if you want to take the Astros, you want to take them at a -1 if you wanted to do that. So that would kind of be my play if you wanted to take that. However, I will tell you that it's a big risk because it's a high number. Plus, the public has been all over these plays, and then the underdogs are winning right now. So that is a big risk for a heavy favorite, especially being that the Astros are #1 and everybody's on them. So be careful with that if you take them. But that is a very strong play if you like that one. So the projected scores right here, I'll just go through them very quickly. The projected scores is the Dodgers to win, the Rangers to win, the Rays, the Angels, the Athletics, the Red Sox, the Marlins, the Brewers, the Twins, and the Mariners, as well as the Diamondbacks. So the projections are actually on the opposite direction of the team that we like today. So just to be clear, guys, on the free picks that I'm giving you guys is going to be the Padres on the money line, and then the Brewers are actually very strong as well, but they're going against the Pirates, and the Pirates actually have Paul Skeens on the mound. So you want to be very careful with the Brewers, and you also want to be very careful with the Astros. If you end up taking both of those, just be careful, maybe do a half a unit or something like that. Now, the next play I'm giving you guys is going to be the the Reds and the Athletics. You can see the projected score is a 6 and a 5.5 over here. So if you do the math there, it's 11.5. That's the projected score. The win probability does show that the Reds are supposed to be winning this game. We don't care about that in this scenario. We only like the over. So right here it does say sim projections do say 10.5. I showed you the other projections show 11.5. Both starters are pretty bad with a 5.4 ERA and the park factor. So if you put in the park factor, what the park factor means is that the park itself just tends to get more hits. Also, on top of that, the wind is not going to be a big factor here, and the weather doesn't seem to be affecting it either. But just the park in general, sometimes, for example, like the Colorado Rockies, they play a mile high up in the mountains, so that ball tends to travel a lot. Also, the weather affects it. Right now, since it's August, it's actually getting a lot more hits in general in baseball. So right here it says the pitching advantage is neutral. They're both bad. And again, that helps the over. The ERA is horrible for the bullpen. So not only is the starting pitcher suck, the bullpen also suck. So that's very good for the over. One thing I don't like about this is that the opening line started at a 10. It's currently at a 9.5. So the line is shifting downward, which is actually a contradiction. Now, on the expert insights, it does say that the over has gone 80% whenever the Reds play as a favorite. If we look at the DraftKings team prop market, what this means is that literally what the books are offering you right now is saying that the over is going to go, it's very heavily favored to go over 5 runs for the Reds. This one is also favored, or not favored, but it's neutral at 4.5. So if you do the math on both of those, that's already 10. And that's literally from the sports book directly. So if we did the math on this over and this over, that's already 9. Actually, that's, what is that? 10 runs. Okay. Very quickly, I already talked to you about the starting pitchers. They're both garbage. You can see the ERA 5.4. Over here is 5.7. Bullpen is very horrible as well. Look at this in the last 3 days, their ERA is almost 10, which is ridiculous. Bullpen ERA is 5 and a 3.7. So bullpen is very bad. Starting pitcher is very bad. One thing I love about this also is that Cincinnati has been getting on base. They're the top 6 teams. They're literally the 6th team as on base percentage. Athletics is going to be bad to get on base, but again, they're going against a very bad pitcher and against a very bad bullpen. So the last play I'm giving you guys is going to be the Athletics and the Reds on the over 9.5. If you don't have the over 9.5, I would not touch it. Either look for an alternate line or look for a sports book that offers alternate lines. If you don't have access to a sports book that offers you alternate lines, send me a text message and then I'll get you hooked up. I have a link with an affiliate program called Bookmaker, and you'll be able to get the alternate lines. All right, guys, let's get to 5,000 subscribers. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment. Let me know what you think about these plays. Let me know if you've been winning, if you've been losing. I know the last 2 days have been pretty bad for the free picks, but the VIP is kind of steady right now. There has been a few losing days already in August, but it's at least a break even or a little bit of a loss, not crazy. So for all the haters, I appreciate you that you comment. Just do not disrespect. And also, if you like these plays, make sure you click on where it says free picks. If you want the 3-day pass for the VIP so you can get all the picks, make sure you check out the VIP section in the description. Also, the third pinned comment gets you the 1 month 3-day pass for the VIP. All right, guys, thank you so much, man. Let's have a great day.